Hi friends, it's Miss Burden here for another story time. Today's book is going to be David Gets in Trouble by David Shannon. This is one of our favorite stories and also one of our favorite authors. We love his stories and the way he illustrates his books as well. While we read this story, we are going to be thinking to ourselves, who is the main character in this story and what is the setting? So boys and girls, we're going to get our anchor chart right here. We started this anchor chart yesterday with Little Quack, and we identified Little Quack as the main character. The setting was the nest and the pond during the daytime. So today we are going to think about the character and the setting for David Gets in Trouble. Now, when we are in the classroom doing character and setting, we use our whole brain techniques. So we say the character is who the story is all about. So let's do it together. Ready? The character is who the story is all about. Then we say the setting is where and when the story takes place. One more time. The setting is where and when the story takes place. Setting has two parts. You have to do the place and the time. So that's daytime, nighttime. It could be a holiday. It could be like a specific time. If they tell us it was noon, it could be noon. So as we read this story, I want you to think about the character, but also where the character is at. And on my front cover, I already have some clues. So my title says David Gets in Trouble. So boys and girls, who do you think is going to get in trouble? I think it's going to be David. So this may be my main character. Now if I look at my front cover, where does it look like David is at? What do you think? Yes, I think David is at home. It looks to me like this is a house, so I think David is probably at his house and he's gotten in trouble. Now, I cannot tell from right here if it's daytime or nighttime, so we'll have to read to try to figure that part out. This is David Gets in Trouble by David Shannon. When David gets in trouble, he always says, "No, it's not my fault. I didn't mean to. It was an accident." Do I have to? I forgot. My dog ate my homework. I couldn't help it. Look at him making a silly face. I was hungry. This says doggy yums. He's eating dog treats. But she likes it. Do you think she likes it? I don't think so. It slipped. Well, that's because his hands are too full. He's trying to carry too many things. But Dad says it. Excuse me. Now, boys and girls, if I look right here, I see that he's at the table. I wonder if he's eating breakfast, lunch, or dinner. That could help me figure out what time of day it is. I'm looking. It looks like he's eating maybe some type of meat and potatoes. What meal do you usually eat meat and potatoes at? I usually eat meat and potatoes at dinner time. So I'm thinking this may be nighttime. Let's keep reading. No, it wasn't me. Let me see his face. I think it was him. Yes, it was me. Now he's laying in bed and he feels kind of guilty. He feels guilty because he told a lie and that made his heart hurt. Now, boys and girls, here's a clue right here about our setting. I see the moon in the dark sky. When would I see the moon in the dark sky? What time of day do you think? I think nighttime as well. I'm sorry. I love you, Mom. And that's the end of the story. So boys and girls, it looked to me like David was in a couple of different places. Let's go back and look at that. So I think David was my main character. He is who the story was all about. But let's see the different places that David was. Here, this looks like David is at home. He still looks like he's at home here. Still at home. And this, eating eggs, is probably for breakfast. Breakfast would be the morning time. I forgot. He's walking. Where do you think he's walking to? Where would he be taking his lunchbox? To school, maybe? So maybe my setting is about to change from home to school. And now I see here that he is at school. So he was at home, then he went to school, then he goes back home. And that's where our story ends. We also saw that it went from morning to nighttime. And this probably happened over a couple of days. So it probably went from morning to nighttime, then he woke back up and it was morning to nighttime, and it kept going like that. So we are going to fill out our anchor chart for David Gets in Trouble. Now, who do you think the main character was in David Gets in Trouble? I want you to think about that for a second. Who do you think it was? Yes, it was David. So I will draw a picture of David right here. And then for my place, we said our place changed 2 different times. So first he started at home, and then he went to school. So home and school are my 2 places. And my time, we saw it was daytime and nighttime. So my setting will have 2 different times as well. So I will finish filling this out, boys and girls. I'll take a picture to share with you, and I'll see you next time for story time. Bye.